Hello traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 11 trades. Today's date is April the 30th and I am using my 4X-SCALPER trading system. Now this system has the 4X-SCALPER, that's this moving average here that changes from red to blue. Also has the super signal arrows, these arrows that are blue and red. Had many traders ask me if they repaint. There is no indicators on my systems that repaint. Once the arrow pops in, it stays there. Now every morning at 6 o'clock, I'm in front of the computer trading the continuation of the London and going into the New York session. I'm looking at all the different instruments here at the bottom, looking at my daily trade plan. And of course, once I make a decision I want to be buying and or selling, I'll manually put in this white arrow you see here. So now we can take a look at the daily trade plan. And also just to let you know, you will get an audio sound and this pop-up box suggesting to buy and or sell. Now here's my daily trade plan. It's running in real time. The market is more red than blue. Now the daily trade plan checks out the time frames from the monthly right down to the 30 minutes here, does some calculations, and within the comments it'll say look for bullish trades, bearish trades. Some will be preferred and sometimes not enough strength. Now if you're trading without any kind of a daily trade plan, well, that's one good reason why you are failing. You must have a daily trade plan. Now I've had a number of daily trade plans over 20 years, but so far this is the best one I came across. If you have any questions regarding this daily trade plan, just get in contact with me. Okay, now we can check out these trades. And just to let you know, coming next week, not only will I have a new trading system, it's going to be called the BB Scalper, and I'll also produce and will make available next week a video series called How to Make 10K a Day Trading Mini Lots. And of course, I teach how to trade like what I'm doing even today. Not only multiple instruments, but on each instrument, putting in multiple trade positions. And that's the secret on how to grow your account really fast. If you have any questions on those two packages, I'll have some more information this weekend, sending out by email. Could be Monday, Tuesday, but it'll be available coming real soon. If you have any questions, you want to know more about it, even say today, for example, as I'm already getting people calling me, contacting me, inquiring on those two packages. Okay, now we can take a look at these trades. First one was pound Swiss right here. So let's just drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. So there's the arrow from the daily trade plan. You'll notice that today the market really moved a lot, and actually I closed out a lot of these trades sooner. If I stayed in a trade, I could have made 4 or 5 times what you see down here at the bottom. And by the way, I do teach in the training videos how to stay in the trade for more pips. So I do have lots of information regarding all my packages right below this video. Okay, so all these trades I've taken, around 8, between 8 and 8:30 as you can see. And I closed them all out. Was not in the trade very long. A lot of them are less than 30 minutes. The longest couple right here were a little bit longer. I stayed in the trade just because I saw the market still moving, so may as well grab a few more pips. But anyhow, my goal every day is 200 pips and or ticks. And as a general rule, I can tell just by looking at the money once I hit that mark. And today I'm way past the 200. So I took the trade at this cursor, closed it out here being happy with 10 pips. And that ended up paying out $133. Okay, let's move on to the next Forex pair I did. As you can see, Forex pairs. Of course, I did futures, especially this NASDAQ right here. It pays a real lot, as you can see. But on this Euro Aussie, let's take a look at that. Let's drag and drop this up. Now this one I bought. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan, super signal, like all the rules were correct when I took the trade. On the top and the bottom was perfect. I knew it was going to go up with 95% certainty, and that's what more could you ask for. So I entered at this cursor and I close it out here. Looks like with 34. And those 34 pips paid $223. Remember, it's going to take a fair amount of education by the time you succeed at trading. And of course, to help you along, I highly recommend whoever you buy from that you get support from them, as you will have questions. And make sure that you can contact the person and get your questions answered. And by the way, when you buy from me, I give free support. Okay, moving on to the next trade, Euro New Zealand. Here we go. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Everything was looking perfect, top and bottom. All the rules that I teach within the training videos was perfect. Could have got in right at this arrow. That was perfect also. But this is where I saw it. You can only take the trade where you see it. So getting in here, and I closed out here. Looks like 39. Those 39 pips paid $236. Another tool I highly recommend you get your hands on it. I call it the Fibmaster tool, Fibonacci. You would just click on this tab right here. And then of course you would go from swing low to swing high. There's your pullback. Hit entry number 2. And as a general rule, if it hits the entries, it'll usually make it to target 2, 3, 4, or 5. Today it hit 4 right there. And it does have a grand total of 10 targets. There it is right there. Reason why this Fibmaster tool works so great is that millions of traders all over the world use Fibonacci. I do have a complete course, over 3 gigabytes, 30 training videos, teaches you exactly how to trade Fibonacci. Okay, moving on to the S&P 500. This S&P 500 pays $5 for each tick. They're called ticks, so it took the money divided by 5. It's 60. So let's go and look for those ticks. We'll just drag and drop this up. See that very, very small move right there. I wish I stayed in the trade, but I'm not about to complain on this day of trading. I can trade 1 day a week and have a 6-day long weekend if I so desire. But trading is easy. It only takes an hour or two, sometimes three. And it's not hard work. And that was my goal 20 years ago. Work a lot less and make a lot more. So, got in at this cursor. Down to the bottom here, just to let you know, is it's over 840. But I was happy with this 60 when I closed everything out. Very hard to get it right on, but it's 60 and that paid $300. Okay, moving on to the next trade I did, pound dollar. Now this one pays $10 for each pip. So looking at the money, it should be 33. So from there to there should be 33. Everything was looking good. It did qualify for a great way to trade. Everything on the top and the bottom was a-okay to sell. It's the way the market moves, rests a bit, moves. It's resting right now. It can continue to go down, but due to the fact that it hit the ADR already, well, it could go back up. So you could just have to watch for price action and see how it's going to go. So right now, I'm looking for that 33, and there it is right there. And that paid out $330. Okay, moving on to pound yen trade. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Sold it. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan, super signal, everything top and bottom was saying to sell. So let's see how many pips I got. From there to there is approximately 66, and all of those pips, as you can see, paid out $462. Okay, moving on to the next trade I did, which is the Dow Jones. The rest are futures, the indexes. They move a lot more, they pay a lot more. Now this one pays $5 for each tick, so I took the money, divided by 5, and that total came to 110. So let's just drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. From there to there. Imagine if I stayed in the rest of the way, probably would have made, 5 times or whatever. I have to calculate it out. I would have made a lot more. But anyhow, I was happy when I shut everything down. So we're looking for 110. That's as close as I'm going to be able to show unless I drop it down to the 5 minutes. All the way to the bottom was over 700. But those 110 ticks paid out $550. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is NASDAQ. Here we go. On the NASDAQ, let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Arrow from the daily trade plan right here. Of course, super signal, everything top and bottom. Look at this, a very, very small move. Like I said, I should have stayed in the trade, but that's okay. Every day I trade, every day I'm happy. So as long as you're happy, that's the way life should be. So took the money, divided it by $20 for each tick, and it's approximately 28. So from here to here should be 28. You remove the last 2 digits, it's 28. And as you can see down at the bottom, that paid out $558. Down at the bottom here was over 300. So as you can see, would have got a lot more. Okay, moving on to the Russell trade. Russell pays $10 for each tick. Everything on the top and the bottom had the rules, was telling me to take the trade, sell it. So from there to there, since it pays $10, well, easy to see this should be 60. From there to there is 60. There it is right there. That paid out $600. And all the way to the bottom, that was over 400. So that would have been more than 6 times more. So if you'd like to learn how to grab more, well, I have that video, like I mentioned, how to stay in the trade for more pips. Moving right along to gold, another one that pays $10 for each tick. This should be 73.1. This one I bought it, so let's just drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. So from here to here, I call that a pullback. Once it breaks through, then the direction of the trend went from going down and going up. And it can still work its way up to the ADR. So let's run a check. From here to here should be, what did I say, 73. 73. There it is right there, 73. And that paid out $731. Okay, let's move on to the last trade, which is DAX 30. Well, I'm on to 15 minutes, but everything was indicating when I took the trade is going to go down. Let's drop it down to the 5 minutes so I can get a reading on it. Here we go, everything. There's a daily trade plan. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. From there to there, look at what it paid out. Imagine if you stayed into the bottom here, well, you would have made probably 7 times more. But anyhow, I took the money, divided it by $3.75, 3.75. Calculator says it's approximately 285. So from here to here is 285. Well, again, even on the 5 minutes, that's as close as I can get. Those 285 ticks paid out 1,068. Down at the bottom has 2,622 ticks. So as you can see, that would have been a lot more ticks and money. So another great day of trading using my 4X scalper. Grand total, and I knew it was going to be well over 200. Grand total came to 798, and all of those pips and ticks that paid out $5,193. So if your system's not producing like my 4X scalper, well, I recommend you get your hands on it. Don't forget about the daily trade plan, and don't forget about the Fibmaster tool. Now, if you have any questions, well, just get in contact with me. That's easy to do. Just look right below this video. You'll get my contact information along with a lot of other information. Now, you can pick up the phone and call me directly. I do answer the phone most of the times. And of course, if you live too far, well, send me an email. Plus, just a heads up, you can also catch me with the same phone number on WhatsApp. You can also catch me on Teams, which starting next week, I am told that Skype's coming to an end. Everything is switching over to Teams. So, plenty of ways for you to get in contact with me and free of charge. Now, I made it easy for you as far as Skype and Teams go. Just click on the link below, and we'll have a connection. At that point, I can answer most of your questions. Also, in the description, you'll see 4 different packages, and I do charge $250 for each package. And of course, I do have a special offer. If you buy 2 packages, I'll give you one of the other 2 packages for free. Well, looks like it's time to wrap up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and video, I want to wish you good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.